Question 1. By which of the following system electric power may be transmitted? Option is A. Overhead system, B. Underground system, C. Both A and B, D. None of the above. The answer is C. Both A and B. We can transfer power by overhead system as well as underground system. Question 2. Which are the conductors which connect the consumer's terminal to the distribution? So the answer is B. Service mains. Question 3. The underground system cannot be operated above. Option is A. 440 volt, B. 11 kV, C. 33 kV, D. 66 kV. So the answer is 66 kV. Underground system cannot be operated above 66 kV. Question 4. Overhead system can be designed for operation up to. The answer is D. 400 kV. Question 5. In variable part of annual cost on account of interest and depreciation of the capital outlay is equal to the annual cost of electrical energy wasted in conductors, the total annual cost will be minimum and the corresponding size of the conductor will be most economical. This statement is known as, the answer is Kelvin's law. Kelvin's law में ये कहा गया है कि जो एनुअल कोस्ट मतलब कि जो इंटरेस्ट एंड डेप्रिसिएशन की जो कोस्ट हो रही है एनम के हिसाब से, वो और जो एनर्जी वेस्ट हो रही है वो दोनों की वैल्यू सेम होनी चाहिए, और जो एनुअल कोस्ट मतलब जो खर्चे हो रहे हो वो भी मिनिमम होने चाहिए, और कंडक्टर की जो साइज़ हो वो मोस्ट इकोनॉमिकल सिलेक्ट होनी चाहिए. मतलब ये दोनों का बैलेंस बहुत ज़रूरी है. इसको केल्विन्स लॉ डिस्क्राइब करता है. क्वेश्चन 6. The wooden poles well impregnated with creosote oil or any other preservative compound have a life. The answer is 25 to 30 years. Question 7. Which of the following material is used for transmission and distribution of electrical power? Not used for transmission and distribution of electrical power. So answer होगा tungsten. Tungsten is not used for transmission and distribution of electrical power because it is used in bulb filament. Question 8. Galvanized steel wire is generally used as a. The answer is stay wire, also earth wire, as well as structural components. सो गैल्वेनाइज्ड स्टील वायर को ये तीनों चीज़ों के लिए इस्तेमाल किया जाता है, स्टे वायर, अर्थ वायर एंड स्ट्रक्चरल कंपोनेंट्स के लिए. क्वेश्चन 9. द यूजुअल स्पान विथ आरसीसी पोल आर. जो यूजुअल स्पान होता है आरसीसी पोल का मतलब रेनफोर्स्ड कंक्रीट सीमेंट पोल जो बनते हैं उसका जो स्पान मतलब कि जो दो आरसीसी पोल होते हैं उसके बीच में जो केबल का जो कर्व बनता है उसको स्पान बोला जाता है. तो जो स्पान होता है आरसीसी पोल का वो कितना होता है, तो यहाँ पे बेसिकली 80 to 100 मीटर्स का स्पान रखा जाता है आरसीसी पोल के बीच में. क्वेश्चन 10. द कोरोना इज कंसिडरेबली अफेक्टेड बाय विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग? द आंसर इज साइज ऑफ द कंडक्टर, ऑल्सो शेप ऑफ द कंडक्टर, as well as surface condition of the conductor. ये तीनों चीज़ें कोरोना लॉस को अफेक्ट करती है, मीन्स साइज ऑफ कंडक्टर, शेप ऑफ कंडक्टर एंड सरफेस कंडीशन ऑफ कंडक्टर. क्वेश्चन 11. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग आर द कॉन्स्टेंट्स ऑफ ट्रांसमिशन लाइन? Above 3 all are the constants of transmission line, means resistance, inductance and capacitance. These three are the constants of transmission line. Question 12. Percentage regulation of transmission line is given by. The answer is sending end voltage minus receiving end voltage divided by receiving end voltage into 100. मतलब Vs minus Vr by VR into 100. Question 13. The phenomenon of rise in voltage at the receiving end of the open circuited or lightly loaded line is called. The answer is Ferranti effect. मतलब कि जब जो ट्रांसमिशन लाइन होती है उसमें सेंडिंग एंड में अगर 10 वोल्ट्स हमने ट्रांसफ़र किए हैं मतलब तो रिसीविंग एंड पे उससे ज़्यादा वोल्टेज हमें मिल सकते हैं। हालांकि ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन ये कैपेसिटेंस के कारण होता है और जो कैपेसिटेंस होता है उसके कारण उसमें वोल्टेज बढ़ जाता है, लेकिन ये ऑलमोस्ट लाइटली लोडेड लाइंस या फिर ओपन सर्किटेड लाइंस में ही होता है। तो जब सेंडिंग एंड की जगह रिसीविंग एंड में वोल्टेज ज़्यादा दिखाए तो उसको फेरेंटी इफेक्ट बोला जाता है। क्वेश्चन 14. The square root of the ratio of line impedance and shunt admittance is called the. Answer is A. Surge impedance of the line. Square root of the ratio of line impedance and shunt admittance is called the surge impedance of the line. Question 15. Which of the following is the demerit of constant voltage transmission system? The answer is A. Increase of short circuit current of the system. Question 16. Low voltage cables are meant for use up to, means low voltage cables for use up to. The answer is A. 1.1 kV. Question 17. The operating voltage of high voltage cable is up to. The answer is 11 kV. Voltage of high voltage cable is 11 kV. Question 18. The operating voltage of supertension cable is up to. The answer is 33 kV. Supertension cable is 33 kV. Question 19. The operating voltage of extra high tension cable is up to. The answer is 66 kV. Extra high tension cable is 66 kV. Question 20. Which of the following method is used for laying of underground cable? The answer is direct laying, drawn-in system, and solid system. All three systems are used for laying of underground cables: direct laying, drawn-in system, and solid system. Question 21. Which of the following is the source of heat generation in the cable? Source of heat generation in the cable. The answer is A. Dielectric loss in insulation. B. I2R losses in the conductor. C. Losses in the metallic sheathings and armorings. So the answer is D. All above the three reasons are the heat generation in the cable. Question 22. Due to which of the following reason the cable should not be operated too hot? The answer is A. The oil may lose its viscosity and may start drawing off from higher level. B. Expansion of the oil may cause sheath to burst. C. Unequal expansion may create void in the insulation which will lead to ionization. D. The thermal instability may rise due to the rapid increase of dielectric losses with temperature. So the answer is all above the reasons. Cable should not be operated too hot. Question 23. Which of the following DC distribution system is the simplest and lowest in first cost? The answer is A. Radial system is the lowest, simplest and first cost. Question 24. A booster is a series wound generator. The answer is A. Series wound generator. Booster is series wound generator. Question 25. Besides a method of trial and error, which of the following method is employed for solution of network problem in interconnected system? The answer is E. All of the above methods. Means circulating current method, Thevenin's theorem, superposition of currents, direct application of Kirchhoff's law is all are methods used for network problem in interconnected system. Question 26. Which of the following faults is most likely to occur in cables? The answer is cross or short circuit fault, B. Open circuit fault, and C. Breakdown of cable insulation. All three faults are occur in cables. Question 27. The causes of damage to the lead sheath of cable is. The answer is D. All of the above. A. Crystallization of lead through vibration. B. Chemical action of the lead when buried in the earth. C. Mechanical damage. All three are the reason causes to damage the lead sheath. Question 28. The voltage of the single phase supply to residential consumer is. The answer is C. 230 volts. Question 29. Most of the high voltage transmission lines in India are. The answer is B. Overhead type. Question 30. The distributor for residential area are. The answer is C. 3-phase 4-wire type. Question 31. The conductors of the overhead lines are. The answer is B. Stranded. Question 32. High voltage transmission lines use. The answer is A. Suspension insulators. Question 33. Multi-core cables generally use. The answer is D. Sector-shaped conductors. Sector-shaped conductors for used in multi-core cables. Multi-core cables generally used sector-shaped conductors. Question 34. Distribution lines in India generally use. The answer is B. RCC poles. Distribution line in India generally use RCC poles. Question 35. The material commonly used for insulation in high voltage cable is. The answer is B. Paper. Question 36. The loads on distributor system are generally. The answer is B. Unbalanced. Question 37. The power factor of industrial load is generally. The answer is B. Lagging. Question 38. Overhead lines generally use. The answer is ACSR conductors. Overhead lines generally use ACSR conductors. Question 39. In transmission lines, the cross arms are made of. The answer is D. Steel. Question 40. The material generally used for armor of high voltage cable is. The answer is B. Steel. The armor for high voltage cable is steel. Question 41. Transmission line insulators are made of. The answer is B. Porcelain. Question 42. The material commonly used for sheaths of underground cable is. The answer is lead. Lead sheath is used for underground cables. Question 43. The minimum clearance between the ground and 220 kV line is about. The minimum clearance between the ground and 220 kV line is. The answer is C. 7.0 meter. C. 7 meters. Question 44. The spacing between phase conductors of 220 kV line is approximately equal to. The answer is C. 6 meter. Spacing between phase conductor is 6 meter of 220 kV line, and minimum clearance between the ground of 220 kV line is 7 meters. So ग्राउंड और लाइन के बीच में जो क्लियरेंस होता है वो 7 मीटर्स का होना चाहिए 220 केवी लाइन में, और जो दो कंडक्टर्स के बीच में जो स्पेसिंग होना चाहिए 220 केवी लाइन का वो होता है 6 मीटर्स. क्वेश्चन 45. लार्ज इंडस्ट्रियल कंज्यूमर्स आर सप्लाइड इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी एट. Large industrial consumer are supplied electrical energy at. The answer is C. 66 kV. Question 46. In a DC 3-wire distribution system, balancer field are cross connected in order to. In DC 3-wire distribution system, balancer field are cross connected in order to. The answer is D. Equalize voltage on the positive and negative outer. Equalize voltage on positive and negative outer in DC 3-wire distribution system. Question 47. In a DC 3-wire distributor using balancer and having unequal load on the two sides, balancer connected to lightly loaded side runs as a motor. Balancer connected lightly loaded side runs as a motor. In DC 3-wire distributor system at the time of unequal load. Question 48. Transmitted power remaining the same if supply voltage of DC 2-wire feeder is increased 100%. Supply voltage of DC 2-wire feeder is increased 100%. Saving in copper is, the answer is 50%. Question 49. A uniformly loaded DC distributor is fed at both ends with equal voltage as compared to similar distributor fed at one end only. The drop at the middle point is, the voltage drop at the middle point is, the answer is A, 1/4, means 20% is drop. If a DC distributor is fed from both ends, the percentage drop is 1/4, 25%. Question 50. As compared to a 2-wire DC distributor, a 3-wire distributor with same maximum voltage to earth uses only, the answer is 31.25% of copper. As compared to 2-wire DC distributor, 3-wire distributor uses voltage to earth is 31.25% of copper. Question 51. Which of the following is usually not a generating voltage? Option is A, 6.6 kV, B, 8.8 kV, C, 11 kV, D, 13.2 kV. So the answer is 8.8 kV is usually not the generating voltage. Question 52. For an overhead line, the surge impedance is taken as, for overhead line surge impedance is taken, the answer is C, 100 to 200 ohms. For overhead line surge impedance is taken as 100 to 200 ohms. Question 53. The presence of ozone due to corona is harmful because it, the answer is B, corrodes the material. Corrodes the material because material has been corrosion by the corona loss due to the ozone gas presence. Question 54. Of feeders in transmission system feeds power to, the answer is A, distributors. Feeders in transmission system feeds power to distributors. Question 55. The power transmitted will be maximum when, the option is A, corona loss are minimum, B, reactance is high, C, sending end voltage is more, D, receiving end voltage is more. So the answer is C, sending end voltage is more. This is the first priority to power transmit will be maximum when sending end voltage is more. Question 56. A 3-phase 4-wire system is commonly used on, the answer is D, secondary distribution. At the time of secondary distribution, 3-phase 4-wire system is commonly used. Question 57. Which of the following material is used for overhead transmission line? So the answer is steel cord aluminum, galvanized steel and cadmium copper. So the answer is any of the above. Steel core aluminum, galvanized steel, cadmium copper. Any material used for overhead transmission line. Question 58. Which of the following is not a constituent for making porcelain insulator? So, the option is A. Quartz, B. Kaolin, C. Feldspar, D. Silica. So the answer is D. Silica. Silica is not constituents for making porcelain insulators. All above three are used for making porcelain insulator, but silica is not used for making porcelain insulators. Question 59. There is greatest possibility to occurrence of corona during. The answer is D. Humid weather. During humid weather, the corona occurrence is possible very much. Question 60. Which of the following relay is used on the long transmission line? The answer is B. Moore relay. For remembering purpose, I make a sentence which relay is used for which type of transmission line. So we can say the sentence is RS always drink in ml. RS means R means reactance relay, S means short transmission line, drink in ml. ml means M means Moore relay, L means long transmission line. So the remaining transmission line is medium transmission line, and remaining relay is impedance relay. So we can easily remember these things by RS drinks in ml. Question 61. The steel used in steel cord conductors is usually. The answer is C. Mild steel. Question 62. Which of the following distribution system is more reliable? Option is A. Radial system, B. Tree system, C. Ring main system, D. All are equal reliable. So the answer is C. Ring main system. Ring main system is the more reliable for distribution system. Question 63. Which of the following characteristics should the line supports for transmission line possesses? The answer is D. All of the above. A. Low cost, B. High mechanical strength, C. Longer life. So transmission line possesses low cost, high mechanical strength, longer life. Question 64. Transmission voltage of 11 kV is normally used for distance of. The answer is A. 20 to 25 km. Transmission voltage of 11 kV is normally used for 20 to 25 kilometers. यहाँ पे शॉर्ट ट्रांसमिशन लाइन के लिए नहीं पूछा गया है, यहाँ पे स्पेसिफिकली 11 kV डिस्टेंस के लिए पूछा गया है. तो नॉर्मली 11 kV डिस्टेंस 20 टू 25 किलोमीटर के लिए 11 kV की लाइन ट्रांसमिशन की जाती है. बाकी शॉर्ट ट्रांसमिशन जो लाइन होती है वो अप टू 60 किलोमीटर के डिस्टेंस तक की जा सकती है, और उसमें जो लाइन वोल्टेज होते हैं वो 20 kV तक के हो सकते हैं. इसी तरह से मीडियम ट्रांसमिशन लाइन में जो लेंथ होती है वो 60 टू 150 किलोमीटर्स तक की जा सकती है, और उसमें जो वोल्टेज होते हैं वो 20 kV टू 100 kV तक के हो सकते हैं. और लॉन्ग ट्रांसमिशन लाइन जो होती है वो अबोव 150 किलोमीटर्स का डिस्टेंस रखती है. मतलब कि 150 किलोमीटर से ज़्यादा का डिस्टेंस हो तो उसको लॉन्ग ट्रांसमिशन लाइन बोला जाता है, और उसमें जो लाइन वोल्टेज होते हैं वो 100 kV और उसके अबोव होते हैं. लेकिन यहाँ पे स्पेसिफिकली 11 kV डिस्टेंस के लिए 11 kV लाइन के लिए पूछा गया है डिस्टेंस, तो वो 20 टू 25 किलोमीटर ही होगा. Question 65. Which of the following regulations is considered based? So the answer is D. 2%. अगर याद रखना है तो इस तरह से याद रख सकते हैं कि जितना रेगुलेशन कम होगा उतना फ्लक्चुएशन कम होगा लाइन में. Question 66. Skin effect is proportional to. So the answer is D. Conductor diameter raised to 1/2. Question 67. A conductor due to sag between two supports take the form of. The answer is D. Catenary. ऑप्शन इज ए सेमी सर्कल, बी ट्राइंगल, सी इलिप्स, डी कैटेनरी। ट्राइंगल किसी हिसाब से नहीं हो सकता। सेमी सर्कल मतलब इतना भी बड़ा स्पान नहीं होता है कि वो सेमी सर्कल की तरह लगे। अगर वो सेमी सर्कल बनेगा तो वो शायद उसका जो बीच का पॉइंट होगा वो अर्थ को टच कर जाएगा। इलिप्स जो होता है उसकी तरह भी वो स्पान नहीं होता क्योंकि स्पान इतना बड़ा नहीं होता। और कैटेनरी बेसिकली ये है कि एक हाइपरबोलिक फंक्शन मतलब हाइपरबोलिक फॉर्म है। हाइपरबोला उसको बोल सकते हैं लेकिन वो प्रॉपर हाइपरबोला नहीं है। समझ लीजिए किसी रस्सी को स्टार्टिंग एंड और उसके स्टार्टिंग पर और उसके एंडिंग छोर पर पकड़ा हुआ है। बहुत ही ज़्यादा लूज़ नहीं है, बहुत ही ज़्यादा टाइट नहीं है और उस वक्त जो कर्व बनेगा उसको हम कैटेनरी कर्व बोल सकते हैं। क्वेश्चन 68, इन ACSR कंडक्टर्स द इंसुलेशन बिटवीन एल्यूमिनियम एंड स्टील कंडक्टर इज, द ऑप्शन इज ए insulin, B bitumen, C varnish, D no insulation is required. So the answer is D, no insulation is required in ACSR conductors. So ACSR कंडक्टर्स में इंसुलेशन नहीं रखा जाता, इसलिए लाइन टू लाइन फॉल्स होने की संभावना ज़्यादा होती है क्योंकि दोनों कंडक्टर के ऊपर कोई भी प्रकार का इंसुलेशन यूज़ नहीं होता है। तो अगर एक कंडक्टर दूसरे कंडक्टर को अगर टच कर लेता है तो डायरेक्टली वहाँ पे शॉर्ट सर्किट हो जाता है। Question 69, which of the following bus bar schemes has the lowest cost? So the answer is B, single bus bar scheme has the lowest cost. Question 70, owing to skin effect, the answer is B, portion of the conductor near the surface carry more current and core of the conductor carry less current. मतलब कि यहाँ पे अगर जो स्किन इफेक्ट होता है उसके अंदर एक्चुअली ये जो फिनोमिना होता है उसमें ऐसा होता है कि करंट जो होता है वो सरफेस की ऊपर ज़्यादा फ्लो करता है और अगर हम उसके सेंटर की तरफ जाए तो जो करंट का जो फ्लो होता है वो धीरे धीरे कम होता जाता है और उसके सेंटर में बिल्कुल ज़ीरो हो जाता है। तो हम ऐसा कह सकते हैं कि सरफेस में ज़्यादा होता है और जैसे जैसे सेंटर में जाए वो कम होता जाता है। तो ये जो फिनोमिना होता है उसको एक्चुअली स्किन इफेक्ट बोला जाता है।